Hey everyone, this is Carl Joshua Ngube. Welcome to Tourism Ekai. I'm the founder and CEO of this wonderful company that seeks to explore some old knowledge and new knowledge in terms of figuring out our way to be more sustainable, environmentally friendly, and to live on this planet in a better way. So welcome to our site. This is the beginning of Ekaya, so I'm just going to take you on a tour of exactly what is going on here. So let's do it, because we've just moved in. So we literally have been on the site for literally 2 days. So I just wanted to show you around and so you can understand the projects that we're doing. Let's do it. Okay, so we're starting here where our little solar farm is going to start. So right now we just have 2 solar panels, but this whole area here is going to have lots of solar panels, a windmill that's going to go up at some point. Yeah, just basically exploring all of the different alternatives in terms of power that we have. There's like a little channel or circle that's going to come on the ground as well, and a little sort of self-powering sort of turbine sort of system that we're going to have there, but we'll talk about that later. Planning on putting up a little campsite. So we've got our tents here, but these tents are here to study basically like how tents are built, because we're building our own geodesic tents. So we're going to have about 10 in here that will allow people who want to be students of green living to understand what it's like to live off the grid. So people will be able to come here and we'll be able to talk them through what it takes to live off grid, our story, our approach to it, and yeah, basically make it like a cool tourist feature. So one of them that we have here is this really cool drum septic system that sort of leaches, I think sort of leaches into the ground. So you've got like 2 drums that are here. And what they say in the rural areas is that a family of 4 could use this septic system for close to 10 years. So that's one thing that we're going to try out here for our campsite. So people staying in the campsite will be able to use this toilet here. So there'll be a toilet facility and also an outdoor shower facility, which will be totally cool. Welcome to Bumblebee. Remember this project here? So the idea of this project was for us to live in a sort of self-sustained home that was built out of a bus. And the idea was that we would then take this bus looking for land that we then use for our project. So this was a cool thing about the project, because now we've put Bumblebee here, and this is going to be almost this final resting place. So there's going to be a number of structures that are going to be added to Bumblebee on the outside, like an outdoor shower and a toilet and so on. That's going to be cool. So this is where Bumblebee was placed, with its 3 drums of water here. So it's still a bit of a construction site. I know the question that most of you are asking us is, what are you doing about the toilet? And ta-da! Here's our toilet. So we're looking at a composting toilet. You know what? This composting toilets are fantastic. So this is our toilet. Obviously we're still building it, so still looking to put a toilet seat and whatever, but there's the bucket in there that has all of our doo-doos and air freshener in here, and it doesn't smell. This is like really incredible. Like, okay, after you use it, it does smell, but then after, you know, a little bit, there isn't a smell. It's pretty awesome. We've enjoyed that for the past 24 hours that we've used it, so we'll be giving you more feedback in a specific blog with Mrs. Ngube to get her thoughts. Okay, so there's still more to show you guys. It's mostly holes in the ground, but it's just so you understand where we're at and what we're doing. I'm taking you to another hole right now. So this hole here is our 5,000 liter water reservoir, which is supposed to harvest rainwater, but it's partly in the ground and then partly above the ground. Basically to keep the water cool and stuff. There's some cool stuff that we're going to be doing in this hole. So we're going to, you know, build it up, put concrete and whatever, and then line it with a sort of clay composite, which is supposed to add some really cool attributes to our water. So that's going to be totally cool. But for now, it's a playpen for all these bugs. Let me take you now to the big Kahuna. The reason why we're still about to start construction here, but this is the site of the main building at Ekaya. Okay, so wow, a lot of changes since then. So we've dug these holes which are going to make up the foundation for Ekaya. I'm sure you've seen the blogs, the blog posts that we've done so far. So we're soon about to lay this with our concrete mix and our metal, like our reform bars and stuff like that, to be able to build a house above this tree line. So this is where the main big house is going to be. We unfortunately lost this tree because it was rotting and falling apart, and this was supposed to be the center part of our tree, but unfortunately, as you can see here, we just basically lost this. There's nothing that we could do about it. It was just falling apart, but we decided to still keep the stump in the ground, and we're just going to try and see if we can repurpose a lot of this other wood that we get from here, and we hope this tree will grow back up again, because our building system is meant to take into consideration trees that are growing. I can see a lot of shoots and branches that are coming out, so this is really great, because when this comes up into the floor of the house, which is about 2 meters above the ground, we then open up a hole in there for the branches to come out, so it would just look like a bushy little house. Okay, so let me take you to the boundary so you can understand what's happening on the boundary. So we asked for this hedge to be put, and this is basically just using a lot of the branches and twigs that have fallen on this piece of land from the trees. And the idea is that we grow food on the edges of this particular hedge so it can creep up. We want to do like a permaculture sort of hedge, so it doesn't get cut or anything. We've got like pumpkin leaves growing on there. We should have stuff like watermelon, tomatoes growing up there, but next to it we're going to grow food along the border, so that we don't have to clear land in order to create a garden. At the top of it, what we're going to do here at the top is to run a drip irrigation system. So we're borrowing some tricks from aquaponics by dropping the water down to the ground, which is where most of the plants are growing from, and then also strategically adding some cups there that will also grow stuff like your lettuce and so on. So we're going to have like a lot of these vertical gardens growing along the whole hedge of this particular property. So we calculated, like, this is like the equivalent of having lots of like garden beds, and we're trying to see exactly how much food we're going to be able to grow. So like we said, it's still a construction site, but we're really excited. Okay, so that's it from me on our little tour of Ekaya, so you can understand our vision and where we're at and what we're playing around with. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, don't forget to click the little notification button, because we're now staying like off grid, so we can only do updates once a week. That's the only time that I get into town, on a Monday, and upload these videos. So we're going to be uploading videos every Monday, so tell your friends, and yeah, just learn our journey as we go from trying to live sustainably into building $100 million company from it. So my name is Carl, CEO and founder of Ekaya. Thank you for joining.